Good morning, ladies. This is Lori, and I will never diet again. How are you this morning? It is about 60 degrees out. I still have braids in my hair from going to the beach, and it's time to take them out. I'm working on taking them out, but my head is cold. It's so fine. She just folded it up like the last 4 or 5 inches of some of the braids, and I didn't like how she just kind of rolled them up. Not so good on the ends. This morning, my emotions are all over the scale as far as my weight. I'm not super excited. I haven't been excited for the last week because I'm not seeing numbers coming down, and I'm so anxious. I should not be anxious for anything. I know it. This morning I was so much more encouraged when I looked at my Happy Scale app because I did lose this month. I am losing. It's just, it hasn't been moving. And in fact, in the last week, the numbers went up a little bit. And I am so appreciative of Dr. Lyle's segment that he did with Chef AJ last week. If you didn't see it on The Truth About Weight Loss, and they're selling a bundle, and it's in that bundle, it's like $4,700 worth of material and recipes without oil. I'd really like to have it, and I asked my husband if I could get it, but he was thinking I probably didn't need it, but I'd really like to I'd really like to have it, even if it's just for a couple of things on there. But there's like tons and tons of really good material for $49. And that segment that Dr. Lyle did is on there. Of course, I found that information in other videos. But what I'm trying to take in is what Dr. Lyle has tried to explain for a plateau, which it's not really a plateau, but apparently our body is kind of like a boat, and when it starts losing and the equilibrium of it is, it's going to be like this. If you remove weight, of course the boat's gonna rock, and that's where I'm at. I mean, my boat is a rockin', so it's trying to level itself out. If somebody knows how to explain it even better, I'm still trying to grasp exactly what he was saying, but that's what it kind of sounds like to me. I've heard him mention it in a couple of different videos because I keep going back to trying to grasp exactly what he's saying. But it sounds to me like our body is like a boat. So if there's a lot of weight at one end, it's going to be like this, and if you take the weight out, it's going to be like this. And that's what our body does once we're dropping the weight. And so I had put some weight on, and it was down like this, and now I took the weight off, so of course the body's going like this. The weight is going up and down a little bit, and it's not a lot, but I mean, I was weighing a little bit more down at sea level. I came back the next morning, which was yesterday, and weighed a little bit more, and I was like, I'm so frustrated. Which means that around the corner it should be going back down again. I keep looking at my diet, and I've tried to eat less. I've tried to eat more. Yesterday I ate more. I'm thinking I shouldn't be measuring. When I lost the 58 pounds, I never measured. I never weighed anything. I just ate it. And so today is usually a day that I share what I eat in a day. I'm just like, it's kind of like I need to stop focusing so much on that and just let me be, let me eat, and let me try to lose the weight. I'm wanting it to come off, but for some reason it's just, I think I'm just so frustrated because my boat is going like this right now, and it's not going down. It's actually it's like kind of bobbing up here, and it's not a lot. We're talking about 1 or 2 pounds. It's just fluctuating up. And I'm thinking, wait a minute, I don't like that. I want it to go down because I had gone down below an increment, a 10-pound increment, and down into another dress size. And I'm so excited. But the numbers just aren't showing it on the scale. And I told my husband it must be the scale. I think it's just me. And I tried increasing my water. I've tried drinking less water. I've tried more exercise, and then I'm thinking, is it because of the way I exercised last time? So I'm having difficulties with my nervous system, with the pinched nerve, and my hands are going numb. I have fingers that are going numb. So I have all these excuses, just all these excuses. And I think I just need to be a little bit patient, and I'm wanting it to show a drop every week, but That's not happening. I think everybody likes to see if we're dropping every week, but the reality is that's not exactly how it happens. Sometimes it's in spurts and then the body levels itself out, and then it'll be another spurt of dropping, and then it levels itself out, and then it averages. I think then there's the average of 10 pounds of weight every month. As we say in Mexico, más o menos, give or take. I'm eating the same things that I always eat. I have recorded every week for the last several weeks, so you all know what I eat. I mean, it's the same thing all the time with a little variation here or there. And I would like to be reporting when I'm losing. That's when I get excited. When the scale goes down, that's when I like to vlog that, hey, the scale's going down. That gets me excited. That keeps me motivated. So me having to come on and report that the scale is going up a little bit because my weight is fluctuating is just keeping it real. But I'm also really frustrated. I want it to be going down. I so want this weight to get off. When I lost the 58 pounds, I maintained it for a really long time, and until I started making variations to it by adding more calories in. The first thing I did was breaking my fast earlier in the morning because it was starting to get cold, and instead of choosing an herbal tea, I started having hot chocolate and adding in several tablespoons more of maple syrup. So this is the thing, is that it's still the chilly weather. March is coming. It's going to start getting warmer here in the mornings, and I need to cut out the maple syrup, a tablespoon of maple syrup, and even though I'm just having one cashew in my coffee, I need to just cut that out and maybe choose to have an herbal tea until 2 o'clock and see if that'll make a difference. Even though they say herbal tea will even break your fast, I don't care. Starting tomorrow, I've got to try drinking an herbal tea instead of having a tablespoon of maple syrup and a cashew to have a cup of coffee. Sound good? Sounds like a plan, right? Let's see if I can break this. It's over a week now that I haven't lost anything. And then Mama will be happy. You know what that's like. I'm sure you do. All right. Tell me how you're doing. Do you have any questions or comments? I really welcome them. And thank you so much for welcoming me back. I really appreciate it. And I did not veer that far off, even though maybe some people think I fell off the wagon. I did not fall off the wagon. Not even at all. I was still cooking the starch-based way in my house all through the last summer. It was the fact that I was going out to eat with my husband. I chose the best things because I wasn't carrying my food with me. There was oil in the foods that I was eating when I was going out with him. And then only for the holidays, so Thanksgiving through Christmas, was when I had allowed dairy to come back in, and I ate some of those treats. But yeah, and so basically I gained 20 pounds. I gained 20 pounds eating out with my husband, just allowing that little bit of oil back in, and I gained 10 pounds by allowing the dairy back in. That's a lot of fat. That's a lot of fat. So I bloomed up 30 pounds, but then when I said no more, I went and had my cholesterol checked, had a whole panel done the first of the year so I'd have it to compare with. 29 days later, I had my cholesterol go from 239 down to 170, and I dropped over 11 pounds. So yeah, removing that fat made all the difference in the world. Now I'm working on those, I'm working on the rest of it. I'd like to lose 30 more pounds this year, and I'm working on that right now. 30 pounds, you're coming off this year. Or wherever that's gonna be, but it's gonna be close to it. So I love to hear from you. Thank you so much for keeping track of me. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'm a conservative Christian, a wife, mother, grandmother, pastor's wife, and my family and I have lived in Mexico since 2004. I'm so glad you've come to join me today. Welcome to my kitchen. like and subscribe, please.